Good morning, everybody, and welcome to sunny Merrylands, where we are just getting underway in our Club Open Consistency Singles Final. Our two combatants today, we've got first up, Sharon Farrell's about to put down the first bowl. Sharon fresh off victory at the state pennant finals, grade 1 or division 1, women's pennant finals. She hasn't been overly well, but she's got out of her sick bed today, and she'll be up against Jan Anlezark, one of our skips in our division 2 side this year. Good start there from Sharon with her first bowl. My name's Gavin Holborn, and joining me in commentary we've got Steve Mercer, one of our Bowls Committee members. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Gav. How are you today?
Lovely.
What a good day for it, eh?
Beautiful sunny day.
Let's hope it stays that way.
So, if you're not familiar with the format of consistency singles, it is first to 150, that's not a mistake, up in the top right hand corner. 10 points can be scored each end. The closest bowl will get 4. Second closest 3, 2 and 1 obviously. Now the jack, might not be able to see it clearly there, but the jack is sitting on top of a washer, so they roll the jack down and the marker will put the jack on top of the washer. If the jack gets moved, it will be replaced on that washer. As we see Sharon with a very nice bowl there. Probably holding shot with the back one. And Jan is also in the area. If she can just skirt that front bowl, which she's not quite going to do.
Very close to shot in there now.
Yeah, I haven't seen any indication from the marker being asked questions about who's got shot. I would think that Sharon's got 3 of the 4 in there though. And so just to remind you, that wouldn't be an attempt to cover the back, because that jack will get respotted where it currently is on top of the washer.
I don't know why Jan changed hands then.
No, I thought if she could have stayed in the same hand and rolled her own bowl up, or split her own 2. So we'll keep a close eye on the scoreboard. We've asked the players to update it if the marker's wandering down to the other end.
The measuring sticks come out.
If the jack ends up in the ditch, even if it would normally be called a live jack, being in bounds, that's automatic 10 points to your opponent. And obviously if it's killed, it's an automatic 10 points to your opponent as well. So you won't see weight played too often. Usually a yard or 2 to try and sit something out and stay, knock something up. We're going to give President Una, who's marking this game, some paddles, but we wouldn't have enough for 10 shots. Well, Jan's moving over to the scoreboard for us. Jan picked up 4, and Sharon is in the lead with 6 in this race to 150.
It doesn't take that long either.
No. Not at 10 points an end.
No.
Guaranteed 10 points an end. The good thing with operating the cameras for this particular event is once that jack is set, it's not going to move. It's going to come back to that washer each time. Makes our job a little bit easier here.
And panning up and down to the ditch.
Yes.
Now let me get rid of excuse me, let me get this right, Gav. If the bowl hits the jack, goes into the ditch, it is still live?
No, it's 10 points automatically against you.
No, but if the jack stays on the green.
Yeah, it goes back on the washer.
Yeah, but the bowl is still live in the
Yes,
ditch.
sorry, yes. Yep. Different clubs will play to slightly different rules. We, as we see Sharon with a nice bowl here,
Yep.
jack high. We amalgamated our men's and women's clubs a couple of years ago, and they both had slightly different rules as to where the jack goes if, for example, a bowl moves the jack and sits on top of the washer. Where do you put the jack? Obviously you can't go on top of the washer. So the rule that we're currently under with regards to that is that if a resting bowl partially obstructs the washer, then the jack will be placed so that its nearest part is as close as possible to the centre of the washer. A little complicated.
Just a bit.
So the jack does not have to be on the line. Well, this is Sharon's last bowl. She's holding first, and
It's looking a bit handy.
yeah, I think it's beaten those front ones.
Yep.
I think Jan's back one would be second. Well, she's going to sneak in for definitely second,
Yep.
which is 3 points. If she's got third, she'll have 5 points, and that'll be a 5-all draw for that particular end. We'll just wait for any confirmation. Yes, so it's 5 to Jan and 5 to Sharon.
Well picked.
Sharon retains her 2-shot lead at 11-9.
Stretch this one out a bit.
Yeah, ended up on the tee.
It's looking reasonably handy as well. Yeah, very good start.
Yes, excellent start. In many games you'd say, oh, it's a little shoulder to rest on there, and that is the case. But if you happen to trail a jack, it just goes back. So it's not usually a shot that too many would play, to try and play a couple of yards through and sit the bowl, because if you move the jack, you've done nothing.
I think the name of the game in some way is to get second shot.
Yeah, that obviously, yeah. That's if you get yourself second, then hopefully you'll get at least the third or the fourth as well, and you're looking at tying up most ends. Jan's second shot here is hanging out a little bit wide. The weight is really good.
Yeah, weight's superb.
So she'd be holding second and third, I would think.
Sharon's there or thereabouts again.
Yeah, she's going to move the jack, so this is the first instance that we'll see of the jack being replaced on top of the washer, which you can see there. And I'm not sure if Sharon's gone through too far to go past second shot. It's looks fairly close all around between Jan's and that last bowl of Sharon's for second shot. And Jan's in the area here too, looking like she's
a bit runny on that
past.
one.
Yep. It did stay on, but once again, that's not going to be coming into play, because that jack, even if it goes in the ditch, will go back. Well, sorry, it won't go back. It'll be 10 points automatically to your opponent. That's the view from the side. We're looking at one shot to Sharon at the moment, I believe.
A bit skinny with that one.
Yes. So Jan will have last say on this end. And if she beats Sharon's back bowl, she would have counted, but she's going to be narrow and short.
Two things you don't want to be.
So there's 4 points for Sharon. And it looks fairly close from there. Kick Jan's out for second, and I'm not sure what happened with third and fourth. But Jan is now putting those scores up, so we'll be able to check that out.
16-14.
So it was 5 points each again. Another tied end. Cool out there this morning, but the sun is shining, so it's quite warm out there in the sun.
Just another beautiful day in Western Sydney.
Yeah. Even the bin chickens are loving it out here today.
A bad start there by Jan.
This is our second to last championship for the 2025-26 season. Tomorrow we have our graded pairs. 2 full greens. We play that in the tournament style, so 3 bowl pairs. We've got 28 teams, and they play 5 games of 8 ends, followed by a semi-final and final. So it's
big day out.
Nice, quick games.
I say, a fast game's a good game.
Absolutely. Good shot here from Jan. Just going to run through a bit. Yeah, well, so far, as expected, we've got a tight game. We've got Sharon Farrell, who's New South Wales over 40s.
She's looking pretty good too. Yeah, great bowl.
Great shot. Yeah, and Jan Anlezark is in the New South Wales over 60 women's side. Both these women have won lots of things in their time. The most recent for Sharon is the Women's Division 1 State Pennant this week. Getting a bit tight on that one. So we have Sharon holding 7 points here so far.
She got this pointing well again too.
It's her last bowl of the end. Very nicely down, but she's going to get through the gap.
Just.
Jan would have been great if she could have got rid of those 2 bowls, but there's obviously the danger of killing it and dropping 10 shots, but sometimes that might be worth the risk. I would think that it is 7 points to 3 here to Sharon.
I reckon you've picked it in one.
We'll wait for confirmation on the board. Our marker's walking up to that board there now. And I think it'll be 23 shots to 17. So the first time I've had a little bit of a breakout here.
$24.16 now.
Well, it was actually 8-2 then to Sharon. She gets a lovely little touch-up. But, as we mentioned, Jack goes back on the washer, and she's probably nearly 2 feet away.
Yeah, trails the jack and gets nothing.
The way our scoreboard operates here for us in the studio up on the right hand side is we've got buttons. You press the first button if it's 1 all the way up to 8. Rarely use the 8.
Except for today.
We're in trouble if someone gets a 9 or a 10 here. And every time you press a button it adds an end on, but obviously end's not counting here, so that's not going to affect us today, so it'll be an 8 and a 2.
Come on, 10.
Yeah, good effort from Jan, but she's once again just sliding through. Sharon showing some really good consistency in this consistency singles final.
Pointing well again. She's got a great grass sorted out, that's for sure.
Yeah, she's been doing that very well every bowl. Well, Jan's elected to swap over. Not a bad attempt. Just a little bit shy. So that's the look from the side there. It's looking like a couple to Sharon. As we see her final bowl for the end coming down. Got her weight nicely,
Yep.
but she's run narrow on that hand as well. That's the first bowl she's put down on that hand. So Jan really needs to get another one in close here.
It's taking a bit more grass this time.
Second shot would be the least that she would like on this end, and as you say, pulling up a bit short.
At least she wasn't narrow and short.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be in the 4 though. We've seen one kicked out in favour of Sharon Farrell. And it looks like a measure for second. And I think Sharon will have 2 more counters in this end. So second shot will be very important for Jan. Trying to keep within touching distance of her opponent. Well, it's close, but I don't think there was any touch there, so she's going to go back and have a second crack at it. The marker, Una Bell, is also the umpire. So if they require an umpire, Una will wander down the other end, grab the equipment that she requires. Jan just asking her to swing around a little bit more. Yes, so they've sent umpire Una back down towards the clubhouse. She'll grab the equipment she requires for this measure. They've kicked another one of Sharon's out, which I believe would be 4th shot. So at worst, Sharon's going to have 7 points this end, possibly 8. And it's just starting to get a little bit stretched out here. She'll have a good 10-shot lead after this. Sounds big, but it's really one good end. But trying to get 10 points in one end,
Especially at this level.
yeah, very, very difficult. Currently we've got 6 of our Marylands juniors up the road at Cabramatta playing in the Junior Tri-Series. New South Wales, Victoria and Queensland. Played one game last night, New South Wales, and they play 4 again today, and then 1 more tomorrow, before everyone flies out back to Queensland and Victoria, and then the New South Wales kids go home. So umpire Una has measured Jan's bowl first. She's going back a second time. This really is close. Well, thank goodness that wasn't a tie, because I would have had no idea what to do. I've got Tony Wood in the office with me. I'm assuming it'd be half a shot. So I don't know how we put that up on the board, but yes, it was Sharon's bowl there. So they are fixing up that scoreboard for us as we speak. And it is 31-19. So a 12-shot lead probably doesn't sound like much when you can get 10 points every end. But the issue is, like, even if you're scoring 6-4 or 7-3, you're only picking up 4 shots on your opponent. And they're also getting closer to 150 every time that happens as well, as we see the jack being replaced on the washer, because we have had a great lead bowl from Sharon Farrell. Jan deciding to come down on this backhand side. Played it pretty well. Unlucky it's going to be the jack rather than the bowl that she gets, and that jack will be respotted. Back up on top of the washer. If she sat the bowl, it would have been brilliant. One bowl too narrow. And you would have to think that that bowl of Jan's won't be in the count of 4 at the end of this end. Sharon's playing some really good consistent bowls here. Well, Jan elected to take some weight off, but she's gone tight. And it's still a couple of shots here to Sharon. It has forced her to change her hand. She hasn't played too many out here. She's played it pretty well though. She's having really good touch here today. Weight's great. Jan's elected to swap over again. She's not far away. But sailing on back, so Sharon, her last bowl of the end, and barring something unforeseen, I would think that she'd be holding 10 shots with one bowl to come from Jan. In a normal game of singles, Jan would be loving the look of this head. She'd be playing down for a trail for 3, sit on a bowl and stay for shot. But in this format, she's got to try and draw one close, and she's done that very well. I think it'll be second. It's close. Either way, it's another big score here for Sharon. She's going to have 3 bowls counting. So, at worst, she'll have 6 points. May well be 7. Well, they're calling for the umpire again. Umpire and marker Unabel and president. She's just gone back to get some calipers. Once again, I'm hoping that it's not a tied end, because they will score 3.5 points each, and I have no idea how we put that on our scoreboard, and I have no idea how we put it on the scoreboard at the other end. Once again, a very close shot here. It is Jan, so she'll get 4 points for that one. The next 3 shots, which is 6 points, will go to Sharon, and she has a 14-shot lead. 37-23.
I think Oon is the busiest person on the rink at the moment.
Yes. Yeah, she's earning her money, marking the game, and already had 2 umpires calls.
She's got washers, measuring devices, scorecards, God knows whatever else.
Yes, we've given her 3 washers, because sometimes it is quite easy for the marker to just take the score and wander up the other end and leave the washer behind.
I did the same thing when I was marking this a while in the rounds, that I took out 3 washers with me and leave one at either end and have one in your pocket.
Yes.
Works well.
Great start there from Sharon, but the jack will be replaced. Yeah, I've never played consistency singles. I've marked a couple of games.
I'm the same, I've never played it.
Main reason I don't play is because I can't count to 150.
You and me both, brother, we'll just sit in the corner.
Yeah, so Steve's just joined me back again. I was just saying, Steve, it's been 2 close measures, and if it's a tie, you get half a point.
Half a point each.
Yes, I don't know how that goes on the scoreboard.
Okay.
Well, like if it's tied for shot, it's 3.5 each.
We'll have to adjust our scoreboards then.
Yeah. Another good bowl there from Sharon.
I should go out in the club more often. Last week I went out in the club, I found a set of car keys lying on the floor. I just went out, then there's 2 phones lying on the floor.
2 phones?
Yeah.
It's unusual to have one, let alone 2 sitting there.
Gave him behind the bar and said, if somebody comes looking for him. Especially this time on a Saturday morning, there's not many people around.
Yeah. Oh, Sharon. That's her worst bowl of the game.
Yep.
It's a metre short, that's all. Yeah, that shows how good she's playing. The poor thing has to back up for a pennant trial this afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Is that
both of
on?
them are. Jan's going to fill in as well.
Oh, God.
So that's the open gender ones. As we see Jan grab shot there. Lovely weighted bowl.
No doubt they'll both be playing tomorrow as well.
I believe they will be, yes. In the graded pairs.
It's a big weekend.
Yeah. Sharon's played all week at the state pennant finals down at Fig Tree. She sailed through a bit, but she currently has 3 scoring bowls. Jan has to start clawing this back a bit, so she's got shot. If she can get second here, that's 7 points to 3, so it's only a 4 that she'll catch up by. She's close to doing this. Not sure, I don't think so.
I fear the measuring stick might come out again.
Yes, it is. So it is another close one. So if Jan's got second shot, she'll pick up 4 on Sharon. If she had third, she's only going to pick up 2 shots on the deficit. Whip across to this. It was 7-3, so she has picked up 4 more shots on her opponent and trails by 10.
And realistically, that's one good end.
Yes. We're one good end from Sharon away from hitting the 50 mark. And our scoreboards don't go that high. As you would find out in social bowls, Steve, you probably get hitting 50 fairly often.
Maybe against me.
So what will happen is on the ends, they'll turn a 1 over there, which means it's 50 plus whatever's on the board, as we see a nice start from Jan.
A very good start.
And then when they hit 100, they'll put a 2 up.
Sharon doesn't look happy with this one.
She weighted it well, pinched a line. This green was running about 17 seconds yesterday. Probably will this afternoon.
As I said to you before, Gav, I was over at Guildford yesterday morning. It was running absolutely spankingly.
Yes, we're hosting the state number 2 pennants here in a couple of weeks' time at both here at Marylands and at Guildford. And barring some rain between now and then, I think we can expect 17-second greens.
Oh, yeah.
Probably 16 here at Marylands, 17 at Guildford.
If the bowlers aren't happy with that, there's something wrong with them.
Oh, I'm not happy with that because the game's going to go longer, so I'll be working longer.
Oh, selfish Gav.
Really looking forward to the 16 qualifiers coming down here as Jan turns it back on that one straight
happy.
away.
Not happy, Jan.
Yes. She's played it the weight very well, pinched the line, but it's going to be second shot.
Sharon gets round that front bowl, she's going to be close.
Yep, she's going to be very close, Steve. You called it. And that is shot.
What a beauty.
And Sharon has another bowl left. Jan's bowls are a lot tighter.
Yep.
So I'm not sure if she's going to get around this.
No, she's run into herself.
She does hold the next three, but I would expect that Sharon Farrell will get in the count here. She needs to beat Jan's widest to the right of screen. That would be fourth shot. And she's just got a touch around that. She hasn't. So Jan will get second, third and fourth, I believe, which brings her 2 shots closer.
6-4 first set.
I'll get that confirmed, but I believe it would have been 6-4, as Steve just said, to Jan.
Good start here too.
Yeah, well, Jan needs to get that first one close over the next couple of ends.
Yeah, load a bit of pressure on.
Claw her way back. She's only 8 shots behind. And there's confirmation on the scoreboard. Jan Anlezark 36, Sharon Farrell 44, and Sharon has played another good lead shot.
Oh yeah.
Not quite going to get there. So Jan holding the shot. 4 points for her so far.
It's down to a weight. It's pretty damn good.
Yes, runs in her own. Might be close for second, but she's made her shot pole that little bit closer.
Thing is, it's mega daunting sight when you're standing on the mat looking up there and watching those two covering the jack.
Yes. Dan just asking a question there. She's going to stay on the same hand. Similar sort of bowl to her first two. And she could be holding 9 points. Not a breath of wind out here today.
Nope.
Well, that would have been great weight if she touched her front bowl. Slid through for fourth. This lady here, I would expect she'll be able to get up onto her own or underneath it. Well, she's going to sneak around.
Oh, nearly.
So a good opportunity here for Jan to have 3 scoring bowls on an end again.
Is she going to change hands?
Well, if she's got second, I think she should be staying there.
Yep.
There may have been the temptation to roll Sharon's out and hold 4, but this is the shot to play in consistency singles. She's just got to sneak through. Not quite, I don't think.
I think the measuring stick might come out there again. She's a bit more aggressive line with this one.
Well, she's going to move the jack, but she's gone through too far for shot. That's the view from the side. So they've taken Jan's shot bowl out. Jan would really love to get at least second shot here. So Jan will decrease this 8-shot margin. It's just by how much? Nice careful measuring here from Jan. So Jan's taken second shot. They've moved the third shot out for Sharon, which is 2 points. They're now measuring for fourth.
I think they've confused themselves.
I just had visions of kids playing marbles in the sand there.
That's mine.
I think that Jan will get 8 points to 2. We'll wait for confirmation. The scoreboard is now getting turned over. It was 8 points for 2, and it's a 2-point game.
How quickly it changes.
I believe that's the biggest score of the match. I don't think we've had an 8 yet. So Jan's got herself back in the game the last 3 ends or so.
Just a bit through. Should be happy with that though. I don't think Sharon's very happy with that though.
No. Did mention earlier that Sharon hasn't been well, bit of the flu. She's achy and shaky during the pennant finals. She said she was very, very close from withdrawing on the last day. But went out and played very good bowls to win the State Division 1 pennant final. And she said today's the best she's felt, but she really isn't crash hot. So whether that's telling on her at the moment, she was on fire early on with this sort of form. But Jan's clawed her way back into this game very well. You'll never see Jan give up.
Nope.
Well, she's given up on that one. She's turned her back on that. Finished a good metre and a half short.
Both girls this end have been a bit wayward.
Yeah, well, they've got the mat fairly well up. As we see Sharon make a very good shot here.
Yep.
Yeah, so mat a fair way up and the jack about a metre short of the tee. Well, Jan is a little bit runny. And it's advantage Sharon Farrell. This could be a big turnaround here. This could be a 9-1 to Sharon. If she can beat Jan's back bowl. Well, she's done that with weight. And she's done that with grass. So we're going to see the biggest scores of the match after just seeing the biggest score of the match last end, an 8-2.
Yep.
This is going to be a 9-1.
That was a very good bowl.
And a 2-shot lead stretches out to a 10-shot lead very quickly there. Jan will need to regroup.
Yeah, Sharon's changed it up, gone almost full length again.
Yeah, well, Sharon had a lot of success on this length early in the game. And she has put a nice start down there.
Yep.
The mat's about a metre up from the tee and the jack's a few metres from the tee.
And just a bit through.
Jan's getting her line out there good now on that particular hand. But so is this lady, Sharon Farrell.
Yep, this is a good bowl here.
Well, went through a bit more than I expected. Well, Jan has improved very well on that bowl.
Yep.
Very important that she has done that, because got back in within 2 shots. It's now stretched out the 10 after the last end. And Sharon will have 3 scoring bowls after this bowl here. And Jan has 2 more. And Sharon only 1, so Jan would be extremely happy to get another one in here for second, if not the absolute shot. Well, I think she's done that.
Yep. It's number 1.
So a little pressure on here for Sharon. Looking to be on a good line.
Just down to a weight now.
Well, that is very good. She's going to get second shot out of that. Jan can make it 3 scoring shots here, though. Just needs to beat Sharon's back bowl for a 7-3.
She's a bit skinny on this.
Yeah. Don't think she's got the weight either. A little bit of a missed opportunity there. I think it's a 6-4 to Jan.
Yep.
Which will bring Jan over the 50 mark.
Doesn't take that long to play this game.
No, we've got both players over the 50 mark. And I don't mean that age-wise. Jan is, not Sharon.
So I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I'll run really quickly.
Well, you can run quicker than me. Mind you, that's not a difficult challenge.
So I'll just cut across that scoreboard. So as you can see there, it's 9-1 to Sharon Farrell. But I will just up it a bit and you'll see the ones above there. So there's a 1 on the left and there's a 1 on the right. It's not an 11. And those ones are 50s. So it's 59-51 to Sharon Farrell. Well, Jan's elected to put this mat up again. So another short end. She hasn't had the greatest success with it. Both haven't got out wide enough on these shorter ends with the mat up.
It's a bit better.
Oh, my graded pairs partner, she's out there practicing at the moment. Young Talia.
Oh, Talia.
So I'm already copping crap in the background that young Talia's going to have to play good, and she will, Tony, she will play good. Little champion that she is. Good bowl here from Jan.
That'll do for number one.
Well, this is better from Sharon. Is it going to get up enough for shot? I think it is. Great bowl.
That is a very good bowl.
And it's wobbled the jack off the washer. The bowl is covered up the washer. So our marker Una, she is just replacing that jack as close as she can to the centre of the washer. So it's not on the line, as you can see. It doesn't go in front of the bowl or behind the bowl. It goes to the closest part, closest she can get it to the centre of the washer. Not a bad reply here from Jan.
Just going to run out of gas.
Well, she's still got 3 counting shots though. So the way it stands, with the bowl to come from Sharon.
She's got to change hands here, surely. Yep.
Good coaching, Steve.
Tony's right. Talia better play well tomorrow.
Well, I don't think she's centred enough.
No.
Got good grass out there. So it's a winning end for Sharon, for Jan, even though she hasn't got the shot. Jan has the shot, Sharon has the shot, 4 points, but I believe the next 6 go to Jan Anlezark.
And how often do you see that, a player changing hands and coming up about a metre short?
Yeah, it's quite a regular occurrence. So the last couple of ends, Jan has chipped away at the lead. Still a 6-shot lead to Sharon Farrell. Pretty sure she hasn't been behind at all this game.
I think you're right there.
Got within 2 a couple of ends back.
It's not a bad kick-off.
Yep, very nice start from Jan. Once again, a short end. That's up a good 5 metres, and the jack is a good 5 metres short of the tee. You can see these bowls running on now. The pace has picked up a lot.
It's just going to get quicker out here today.
Another good bowl from Jan. Here's my little partner for tomorrow. Young Talia.
God love her.
Oh, look. Oh, she doesn't like it. Sharon likes this one, though.
Oh, she certainly does.
Getting close to the halfway point in this match. race to 150. Jan in the area here. Unfortunately, she's going to move the jack, but I think it slowed her bowl down enough for her to get shot once it gets replaced.
Tell you what, this isn't looking too bad either.
She's running into a home fairly fat. Ball and fell out. So I think it'll be two. The first two shots will be to Jan Anlezark. Well, she had good speed on that one. She just didn't get inside the third shot. So the way it stands at the moment on this end, I believe Jan will have 7 points to 3. Sharon's starting to swing now. It's just got to get an inside edge off that, which she has. But it's not going to affect the scoring. So it'll be 7-3 to Jan Anlezark. And we're back to a 2-point game. I'll get that confirmed, but...
$66.64.
Yep, it's been confirmed. And there we have it, as we seeing the jack being thrown back here. Jan has thrown it short. I think we'll see Sharon stretch this out. Last time Jan got within 2, she dropped a 9-1. She's just put the jack short there, which gives Sharon the advantage of dictating the length as well as having last bowl.
And who'd have thought she's gone long?
Yeah. Both these ladies, very experienced campaigners, been there and done that at state level and winning lots of titles at club and region. Both of them played in 2 disciplines at the recent state championships up in Dubbo. That's a good start from Jan at this length. Sharon just a little bit tight there again on that hand.
They both seem to be favouring that side of the rink.
Yes, there was a point there where Jan changed over and played the other hand in the opposite direction a bit. But after a couple of ends in that direction, she swapped back around. So this hand is usually a little bit tighter. As Sharon just fits in behind. So it's Jan Anlezark holding the shot jack high. And looking like she can bridge this gap and at least get back to a tie if she can put another 1 or 2 good bowls down here. I think Sharon's only got the one bowl in the 4 at this stage. She's got 2 to come.
This is looking a bit better.
Just got to pull up.
Sit, Ubu, sit.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Jan's got first and probably third. I think that's what they're looking at here. Couldn't really get a good indication from the marker Una Bell. Look, it really doesn't change Jan's shot.
No.
She doesn't like it.
No.
Turned her back on it.
Very skinny.
She had good weight too.
Yep.
The last time she turned her back in this direction, it was the same as well. Great weight.
Sharon's got it pointed well.
Yeah, looking in a good area. She really needs to get in here to avoid falling behind Jan.
And she's got it all right. Very good bowl.
Great shot from Sharon Farrell.
Performing under pressure.
Well, she was about to fall behind, and this will ensure that she stays in front. So second shot is to Jan.
Very deceiving on the monitor.
Yes, it's always very difficult, these close ones, and this is actually where this is pretty close to our view from inside. We're right behind these players here.
Sharon's got 6 at the minute.
What do you think that was? 6-2?
6-4.
6-4, sorry.
Second set.
I
Watch me be wrong now.
I will wait for confirmation. So a little bit difficult to get in and manually change the score, so I will wait for President Una to set up this jack and then go and update the scoreboard.
It's going long again. Oh.
Here's the first bowl of this end. We can confirm that Sharon did get a 6-4. So it is 72 to 68. Very close game. Sharon did lead by double figures for a bit. Jan made a good comeback, but she has not got her nose in front. She's got within 2 on 2 occasions. And this end is definitely tee to tee. The mat is right back and the jack is on the tee. And that's a great reply from Sharon Farrell. Jan doesn't need to change much. Try and put down similar sort of bowl to a first. Fixed the line, but she's fell a metre and a half shy.
Sharon would like to get this one close, put a bit of pressure back.
Yeah, well, each time that Jan has got close, Sharon's had the answers.
It's not going to get back enough.
Might be close for second now, with Jan's probably just moving slightly further away from the jack. And she'll have one more opportunity after this bowl that's coming down from Sharon. Looking pretty good from Sharon. It'll start to turn in here now.
It's going to be close.
Jan's asking some questions here. See if we can get a bit of an indication from Margarina Bell. Well, she pointed at Jan's bowl, so I don't know what the question was, but whether that makes Jan's the second shot. Doesn't look like it to me on the screen, but the screen can get a little elongated and not have the best view of what it actually looks like live. Jan's fallen short. Well, that's the easy one. I would have thought the one jack eye to the right was second, the way I see it on the screen, but I think Una indicated it is the one of Jan's to the back right. Well, Sharon's is closer than that one, by the looks of it. Had a lot of measures this game.
Certainly have.
They've all been very close measures too.
You'd think they'd learn not to put them that close to each other by now, wouldn't you?
Keep my fingers crossed for no tight ends.
I'll bugger if I know what happened then.
No, it's Jan's gone over to the scoreboard. So it was 7-3. Is that right? Let me double check that. 7-3 it was. To Sharon, once again. Whenever it's got close, Sharon has been able to get herself a decent score on the following end.
They're on the tee yet again.
These longer ends definitely favoured Sharon. Great weighted bowl again.
Yep.
I think that's the first one she hasn't gone tight with her first bowl in this direction for a while too, so it's that's a good positive sign for her to be able to improve her grasp with her second bowl.
Jan's come up that 1.5 metres short again.
Well, she fixed that line, but metre short.
Yeah, Jan a bit narrow with that one as well. Weight was absolutely perfect.
I believe she's got shot out of it. Sharon has decided to swap hands here.
Swooping back.
Oh, she's played it well too.
Hasn't she what?
That's a great bowl. Switches hands and nails it first bowl. Jan's just got to sneak around her own. Similar weight to her last. It'll be a very nice area in there. And she's going to fall short though.
This hand's got a lot more turn than I thought it would.
Yes. Well, just throwing the stopwatch on and having a bit of a look at the pace. Obviously this length isn't the best length to be trying to determine the green speed.
Under that. Yep.
And at this length I'm measuring it at about 17 already. Jan holds third shots. She's going to lose shots again if she cannot get another one in. She's got good weight to knock this up. Well,
Oh, she's nailed it.
got two little bits of luck there, which straightened that bowl up.
That's one way of getting shot.
Yeah, well, I think she played that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the weight she had, she was definitely looking to try for it. So, got the perfect result out of it. So I
Still think she's gone down 6-4.
Yeah, that was hard to tell with the other shots. I will double check that one.
Well, Sharon's got the mat, so that tells me that it's at least 5-5.
Yeah. So we can see the scoreboard in the background whilst Sharon gets herself prepared. Una will put the washer down, put the jack on top, and then we shall see the score updated.
Looks like it was 5-5.
Right.
And Sharon started well.
Yeah, Sharon's definitely had the better of the longer ends.
Oh, yeah.
Not a bad start from Jan. A little bit quick. $84.76, chasing down 150 shots to crown our open singles winner. So when we say open, that's open gender, that's males and females, and these two ladies are the ones that have emerged victorious to make this particular final.
I was going to say, I can't see many blokes out there.
Andrew Lawrence was the only male in the semi-final. he got done 151, 149
You sure?
by Sharon. Good bowl here from Jan if she can get a seat, and she's done that.
Yep.
So there was 5 of the 8 quarterfinalists were males.
Wow.
Only one of them made it through to the semis, which was Andrew Lawrence. And he got knocked out by Sharon. Sharon's dropped short there. Well, Jan's looking like she's going to have another one in there. Not sure where it flopped out.
Might have just dropped out to third.
Yeah, Jan's done well to fight back from double figures. Took her a long way to get back within 2 on several occasions, but every time...
Hold on to your head here. Not quite.
Not quite. But every time Jan's got near, Sharon's had an answer.
What sort of bowls is Sharon using?
They're pink and some other colour. I believe they're arrows, but I'm not sure what.
Oh, that's a silly question.
Well, you know me, I don't know anything about bowls. I just pick them up and try and throw them close.
I was going to say, don't feel special, Gav.
Well, I think Jan's got 4 points, and it might only be 1 point for her other bowl, so it could be another 5 all here.
Ooh. I can see a measuring stick coming out.
So that's 4-3. That's
5 each.
5 each again.
Means Sharon keeps the mat. We're in for some more T2T work.
Sharon keeps the mat, and she also keeps the lead. 8 shots.
She's pretty consistent with his jack roll and stuff, isn't she?
Yes, there was one end where she probably threw it a couple of metres shorter than what she wanted, but other than that, she's been pretty close to the T to T. Our head greenkeeper Benny Harvey was out there rolling it in both directions this morning, and we've got some good pace out of it, and Sharon Farrell is handling those long ends on this pace beautifully.
Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. I think your little partner out there thinks she's playing 10-pin bowling at the moment.
Well, she have a drive, did she?
Oh, she's running hard.
Oh, good. She's skipping tomorrow then.
I thought that was a given.
Yeah, I did say to her that she could skip, and her eyes lit up. Makes it easy for me to have someone to blame then, mate. Good reply from Jan. It's not going to be the shot, but that's a very good reply.
Certainly is. If you can't get shot, make sure you got second.
Sharon switched over again. She's had good success when she switched over.
Yes, she has.
It's looking fairly good again.
It's looking real good.
Oh, Sharon, why don't you just play that hand all the time?
Exactly.
Great shot.
What are you mucking around the other side for?
Whilst that jack will go back on the washer, I still think that it would be in Jan's best interest to ensure she's up here, because any movement of Sharon's bowl will make it a little bit easier for her next one.
Yep.
She's played very good draw weight. Just a tad under.
Even if she gets it inside edge off her own bowl.
Exactly, yeah, there's options there.
It's a bit skinny, I think, for that hand. Not by much, though.
Nah, more short than anything, obviously, yeah. So, once again, Sharon's got the grass out in that other hand every time she's had to switch over. Jan's asking a question, so she's going to follow, or change hands and follow down Sharon's side. Well, she's played the weight really good again.
She has.
It's coming back a bit. Well,
It's in the count somewhere.
Well, Jan may have second and third, which would give her 5 points each again. They've each got a bowl to come though.
Geez, they come back a long way.
This format of the game must be mentally difficult for Jan, who likes to play that positive game.
Yeah, she likes to run through with a bit of weight, change things up.
Yeah, she's usually very successful with those shots that are a metre or two through. She likes to play them very often. And there's no way in the world, if this was normal singles, that she'd be drawing.
No.
She's close too. Well, she might have second and third.
She might have second, third and fourth.
Yeah, which would make an extra 2 points realistically, because it would be one less that Sharon gets and one more that Jan gets. So, fourth shot looking like a measure. Well, that's 5 all at least. Jan could make it.
Measuring stick time again. Five all again.
Yeah, I wasn't watching, so you're pretty confident it was 5 all?
Yeah, I'm only going off Sharon got the mat and she got the first one. She didn't have the second and third, so I'm just assuming that.
All right. Sounds good to me. Put it up. It is 94 to 86.
It's the first time anybody's taken my word for anything.
Una's put the washer down, put the jack on top. Sharon Farrell with the mat almost back on the tee. Playing to a jack a couple of metres short of the tee.
And got up and nailed it again.
Yeah, playing very well. Getting close to the 100 mark, which signifies it's 2/3 of the way through. Jan is 8 shots behind, and once you get 10 behind in this format, it can be quite difficult to claw your way back.
It was an unfortunate start there for Jan.
Yeah, Sharon will be looking to capitalise on that. Jan did play a different hand to what she's normally been playing in this direction because of Sharon's bowl being in her line. And Sharon has failed to capitalise, so Jan would be really happy to get at least second shot here, or close second shot. But getting the shot would be the bonus.
She's come up shy.
Yeah, this is another good one from Sharon.
Yeah, very good shot here.
Pressure is on Jan.
I should be happy with that. You're right, in a normal game, that jack would be looking for the ditch about now.
Yeah. Well, she's following it intently here.
She could get a sit on these two.
Oh, she's just going to duck under.
I'm surprised at how far that hand's moving.
Yeah. Well, after this bowl, I would assume that Jan will be staring down a 10-0 end with one bowl to play.
I reckon you're right.
Now, this is where I think Jan should sort of play to her strengths and just try and play a yard through, try and sit and stay on one of those two-shot bowls.
Yep.
You could play a really good draw shot and still only get third wood. So she's just got to get down under her own, which she's not. If she's got good draw weight, she might come in for second or third.
She's there or thereabouts. Yep.
Not sure if she's got second, but that's a very good bowl from Jan. A good reply after struggling with the first three. But it will only be this one score for out of the 4 bowls for Jan, so it will be another positive score to Sharon. We'll check the score out here.
It's at least 7-3.
Yep. Sharon putting the mat down right at the back of the rink again.
That's what it was, 7-3. 101.89. That lead's starting to lengthen out a bit now.
Yep, and Jan did come back from the 12 shots earlier in the match, which is what it's currently is now.
Well, the difference is we get to the pointy end this time.
Absolutely, and even if you win most ends 6-4, well, you're getting 2 shots back each time, but your opponent's getting closer and closer to that 150 mark.
Yep. Especially when she's pointing at this well.
We all know that in traditional singles you can't run out of ends. However, you can in this format.
Yep.
Unless you're picking up 10s.
She's persisting with that hand now.
Well, I'm not sure if she likes it. She's got her hands on her hips, which is usually not a positive sign, but she's not too far away. It's not a bad start.
I can't get over this day for the middle of winter, Gav. This is it's unreal.
Yeah, it was quite cool in the morning. I'm not sure what it was here at Maryland's. It was 3 degrees out my way. But, yeah, the jackets have been off for a while now.
Yep. See the boys over there playing social bows. Most of them wandering around in T-shirts and shorts.
Well, this is an improvement from Jan. And it's good enough for the shot.
It certainly is.
Weight was awesome. Well, I've just consulted a meteorologist, and it is only 16 degrees outside, feeling like 14. But as I said, the jackets are off. It's nice and sunny, keeping the warmth up, and
That's
pretty good reply.
It's close to shot too.
Yeah, looking live, I would back it in. Jan's got 2 more bowls. This one's looking good.
Yep. Gets around that, she's
nice
real
shot.
close.
Very nice shot. And as it stands, it'll be 6-4 to Jan, but there are 2 more bowls to come. Sharon can afford a couple of 6-4 losses. Jan can't afford it. Well, good opportunity here for Jan. If she can sneak inside that front bowl of Sharon's, then she's going to have 3 scoring bowls. her weight's good.
Could be in the count somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's second shot and for Sharon, and that's it. So probably a 7-3, I would think. Jan's got the fingers out.
You're right, Gav.
7-3. Well, that's a good end for Jan. Creeps that little bit closer. Was double figures. It's now back to 8. Ladies are going to go and take a quick break. So while they're having a quick break, I'll get Steve to sing a couple of songs, keep you entertained.
We don't want to lose the people we got.
This afternoon, as I mentioned earlier, Maryland's Grade 1 Open Gender Pennant. They're having a pennant trial against Castle Hill. So that will be occurring straight after this game, and both of these combatants will be participating in that. Sharon is in our number 1 side. Jan is filling in. Jan is also a number 1 pennant player. We have 2 number 1s here at Maryland's.
We're that special.
Yes, and whilst one of the ones won the pennant, the other one struggled a bit, but when they had to compete against each other, it was a draw.
Friendly rivalry.
There is the confirmation of the score. The 12 at the top is actually a 1 on the left and a 2 on the right, each signifying 50 shots. So the 2 makes 100 plus the 4, and 50 plus the 46. Our marker and president and umpire Una Bell just grabbing herself a mid-game snack. Una is one of our most prolific volunteers at the club. Always volunteering to mark and umpire. Plays a huge amount of self with good success. So Jan Anlezark has got us underway, rolling the jack. Jan trailing by 8 shots. Fought back a couple of times from double figures. Got within 2, but she's never hit the lead or been in a position of equality. So Jan has shortened this up a bit, but it is still fairly long. It's not anywhere near minimum length, which is what Jan was trying to play earlier on in the game. And Sharon has fallen short. That's up about 3 metres and the jack's up about 5. And Jan has got another one just in behind. Not a bad reply here from Sharon. All over it. Jan just asking how far it is from the jack. Just working out whether she can get shot on that hand or not. Well, she's pulled it a bit tight, and that hurts a little bit. Pretty sure that hasn't knocked up for second, but it would be close. And Sharon has just got to beat these back bowls. And any touch like that, well, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the first 3 scoring shots to Sharon Farrell at the moment. Jan's got her last bowl coming down now, and she's switched hands. It's not a bad line, but just going to clip the front one.
Might have just pushed that into the count somewhere.
Yeah, well, it beats the front one. And Sharon puts another one in here. I think we may be looking at an 8-2 or a 9-1. There's 7 shots, those 2 closest. It's just whether Jan has 3rd or 4th. Jan likes hers. But they're going to measure. One up.
Yep.
Giving it to her.
What's that, 8-2?
8-2.
$38 from victory.
And 52 for Jan.
It's only 4 good ends.
Yeah, Jan's definitely been able to come back from similar sort of margins. This is, I think, the biggest margin of the game, 14. I think there's a couple of 12s and 10.
And surprise, surprise, we're on the tee again.
Yeah, Sharon looked like she was willing it to stop, and that worked for her.
Jack power.
So it was good tactics to call it down.
Taunting the jack.
Yeah, she started well again.
Hasn't she what?
When you're behind like this and you're staring down your opponent putting a bowl jack high first bowl, it's got to be pretty daunting for Jan.
Yep.
It's important that she just sort of keeps focus on getting her first bowl there.
Just a bit through on it.
Yeah, not a bad opener, but Sharon's just been too good on these long ends. And
Here she
put
goes
another good
again.
one. Yeah.
Come on, Sharon, you've already got one there.
So Jan would be thinking that she's got to get at least 5 points each end so that the margin doesn't get any bigger. But when your opponent puts 2 that close, it makes it very difficult to get any more than 5. It's not a bad bowl, but she's still going to be those 2 good shots to Sharon Farrell down. I reckon if Sharon puts another one there, I think Jan might suddenly just go, well, I've got to change something, and I reckon she might have a go for the 2 bowls.
Yep.
Sharon's willing it to hurry and it hasn't. No, she's
Changed
try and
hands.
draw.
Oh. She might be having to go on the backhand.
Well, it's a tight line, you're right.
Ah, she's not quite there.
She doesn't have big enough weight to reach up and sit on the 2 bowls, which would have been a good result. Well, surely if Sharon doesn't put another one in here, surely Jan might look for those 2 bowls. Well, she's forced Sharon to change hand, but as we know, every time she's changed hand, she's been right on it again. I don't mind this too if she stays wide, because it definitely means that Jan will have to be on the draw.
That was a very, very good shot.
Yep.
Mightn't look like it, but in the context of the game.
Yeah, look, it's an interesting one. I know there's still a fair way to go, but Jan is staring down the barrel of, if she draws this, she gets 4 points and she still loses the end.
Yep.
So is she playing a bit more attacking to get down onto these shot bowls?
She
I think she is trying that.
And she's got him.
Close. Yeah, second shot, that's good.
That was a good effort.
Still, 7-3. 7-3 down for Jan, 7-3 up for Sharon. I think. It's just whether that back one is closer. Not sure. We'll get that checked out once our marker gets up the other end and puts the score up. But I think it was a 7-3. Which obviously still increases Sharon's margin. And we're getting close to probably the closing less than 10 ends, that's for sure.
Yep.
So Una has just put the jack on top of the washer. She's just writing the scores on the card, and she'll turn around and update that board for us. While she's doing that, we'll take a look, once I get myself sorted, at Sharon's first bowl. A little shy. It was a 7-3. 18-shot lead, biggest lead of the match.
Let's tighten the grass up, but didn't adjust the weight.
So to put this in perspective, if Jan keeps winning 6-4s every end from here on, she'll still lose the game. So at some stage she's got to get a bigger score than a 6-4 for an end.
It's very hard when your opponent starts
Absolutely.
throwing down things like that.
Yeah, look, obviously Jan would have thinking, oh yeah, I've got the top first 2 shots here, and then Sharon is just coming with a brilliant draw shot. Good reply from Jan as well.
Yeah. It's one.
Great reply. Yeah, it's not a simple thing to do the maths while you're out there for this particular format. On the run while you're trying to focus on getting bowls close. Well, it's a good opportunity here for Jan. She's holding 7-3 at the moment.
When you reckon her odds are of sitting that second shot bowl out?
It'll be interesting to see whether she's got that in her mind.
I think she did.
Yeah, I think so too, because it was always going to be no better than 7-3, unless she sat that bowl out, or drew inside it, obviously. So that will be a 7-3. So Jan's got herself back closer to 14 shots. Now 6-4s are in her favour.
Yep.
6-4s will win it for her. So Sharon's thought process is just keep getting them close and win a couple of ends 6-4 herself, and that will make it extremely difficult. Well, that's a good start. But this lady has been very, very hard to beat at every end. Well, she's fallen short. She's decided to swap over. She feels like that might be a slight hindrance to her. I think her line would have been inside that, but she's going to take the safer option. She's looking fairly good too.
Might force Sharon to change hands too.
Yep. I mean, I don't think Sharon will be feeling any pressure out there with the lead that she's got. She knows she's just got to hang in there for a couple of tough ends if Jan keeps bowling like this, and once she wins one or two ends, it's going to be very difficult for Jan to get back into the game. However, Jan will be looking at a 9-1, I reckon, after this bowl. Well, if she's there, well, it's not up, but it could be in Sharon's eye there too.
Sharon will be looking to play in between that last bowl and that wing bowl.
Yes. Looks like she's grasped it well.
Yep. It's down to a weight now.
Well, it's a good effort. Beats the front one.
Yep.
But it's still still a 7-3 as it stands here to Jan. Jan's decided to switch back over. The line is, with her bowls probably just under it. I think she's going to crash or just get round. Just got round.
And counting. Ooh.
Yes. Maybe a 9-1 at the moment. Which would make things interesting.
Yep, she's changed hands.
Well, she's willing it in. I think it's just
She's not
more
there.
short than anything, yeah. Well, if this happens to be a 9-1, we're going to see the margin go from 14 down to 6. Game on. Just not sure if the back bowl beats Sharon's closest bowl. Sharon's pointing at both bowls, so it's a... Oh, I was going to say it's a measure, but...
I reckon it's 8-2.
Yep. Sharon did point at her bowl first, and I will just get that checked out. Jan's shorten it right up. Probably about 22, 23 metres.
9-1 by the looks of
I
things.
think so, by the looks of what... Oh no,
Oh,
she's
no.
going to switch it
8-2.
over. Not a bad start from Jan, and it was an 8 to Jan.
And is toying with our brains there.
And we've got an 8-shot ball game.
Right, good start.
Yeah, Sharon has had the replies when required throughout the game. And a good reply from Jan. Oh, and I thought that was going to get a bit fatter. Unlucky.
Thought she was going to sit that.
6 fours are good enough for Jan again at this stage. And they're going to be hard to come by if Sharon keeps bowling like this. Sharon been favouring the long ends, Jan the shorter ones, but at the moment it's Sharon that's handling this short end better.
Yeah, this is pointing good.
It looks very good. Great shot.
Yep.
So it's knocked the jack off the washer. The jack's got to go back as close as it can to the centre of the washer. So Sharon just asked the question. I think she's trying to work out exactly the angle of where the jack is in relation to the shot bowl. Very important bowl that one was from Jan. Sharon's got a good line on this. If she can get down an inside edge. Not quite, got a bit fat, but she's probably got the next two. Jan's got to try and get around this one here. She's just going to do that. Yeah, very important bowl there for her. Currently sitting at a 6-4, which is all she needs. 6 fours every end gets her the win. And that's what it will be. I don't think that front one of Jan's would beat
No.
the wing bowl.
Changes things.
Oh, that's right. Yes, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it's
You forget about little
yeah,
nuances like
yeah,
that.
but you got to take that first shot bowl out and then the jack replaced back on the washer, which has turned this into a measure. Still favoured Jan's. I mean Sharon's, I believe. Yep, 6-4. Yep, and Sharon has just confirmed that when she flipped that board over. So Jan wins the match. She's brought the mat back up again. Sharon looks like she's struggling a little bit out there. Hasn't been well for a week. Played a lot of bowls during that illness, and that makes it pretty tough. She's got to back up for a pennant trial this afternoon.
She'll sleep well tonight.
Yeah, well, she's not feeling crash shot. I reckon she, yeah, if she's not feeling well, it might be best off to try and get a replacement for her for the trial, but we'll see how she goes. She's got graded pairs tomorrow as well. It's another good start from Sharon. She needs 22 shots before Jan gets 28. So just a reminder that 6-4 scorelines every end is good enough for Jan. So if Sharon can win an end or two, that's going to make it very difficult for Jan. Jan's done very well to come back from those double-figure deficits on 3 occasions.
Well, was she down 18?
Before. Yeah, it was at least 14. I don't know if it was more than that, but yeah, if it was 18, that's once again brilliant. Jan just asking the relationship of Sharon's shot bowl to the jack. Just made her switch over knowing that it's a bit short. She's not happy with it. Just a bit short.
And just force Sharon to change hands as well. Yep.
Yeah, Sharon's just got to play defensive from here on out.
Yeah, good bowl here. Very, very good bowl.
How good has she been on the switch every time?
Unreal.
Well, this is Jan's last bowl of the end.
Certainly is.
And every time she's fought back, Sharon's had the answers. She's looking like a good line here. Just needs to pull up. Oh, she sailed through.
In my brain, I'm going, if she just flips that jack back to her bowler back.
Yeah, it means nothing. It goes back.
I'm thinking
it's a bit cruel, isn't it?
Stephen, that's stupid. No wonder I don't play this.
Yeah, I don't play it. Not because of my lack of ability.
It confuses me.
Look at this on that backhand again, and
how good's that?
This could be interesting. I think this could be a 9-1. Wouldn't it?
Could be a 10 lot.
10, yeah. It's the 2 wing bowls either side are probably the measure for 4th.
Don't discount that front one.
Well, I'd say they'll measure this nearest bowl of Jan's and go to the 2 other bowls of Sharon. They've kicked that one out. So it's a 9-1 or 10-0 depending on this measure.
10 it is.
It is 10. Not a great time to drop a 10, although there probably never is a good time to drop a 10.
Let's put the cat amongst the pigeons. Except it was my cat that had run away.
I've accidentally given them 5 each, so I'll duck into the back end and change that score. So it's going to be a very, very hard fight back here now for Jan Anlezark. Especially when you get an opening bowl from your opponent like that.
Yep.
So just confirming that score there. 138 to 122.
He's gone off.
Sharon only needing 12 shots.
She's got 4 of those here already. I'll tell you what, this isn't too bad either.
Oh, it's a very good
Oh,
bowling.
what a good bowl.
So to put it in perspective, Jan's really can't afford to drop any more than a couple of 4s.
Unfortunately, I think those last 2 bowls of Sharon have broken her.
Yeah, I think so. She had some really good fight backs at times during this game, and this one would be the biggest one yet. And even if she wins 6 4s and 7 3s,
I'll have a look at this thing coming
probably
down
not going to be enough.
a bit
Not
shy.
quite. Not that she needs anything much closer at the moment. She's
No.
holding 7. Something big required here from Jan. Really good close shot.
She's changed hands.
Well, she started to wave it away. She looked at it for a long time, but it's going to be a little bit tight and a little bit short.
Those tight short ones again.
Oh, it's not a horrible bowl.
No.
Just Sharon's plonking them in closer every time.
Do like the grass she's taking.
Yes, her bowl swings a lot. It's not quite going to get all the way back. Well, who knows, could be 4th. Last bowl of the end. And unless Jan gets in there and gets 1st or 2nd, I think we're looking at only an end or 2 left. She's in the area.
She certainly is.
Sits on that back bowl, she'll have 2nd. Oh, she could
She
even move that out.
shot.
Oh, gee. If that had had one more roll, she would have picked up another point, a crucial point. I would think that's 5-5.
Yep. Sharon's got the mat, so it can't be any worse.
Well, Jan's just swinging across to show us that it is 5 each. 127 to 143.
Could only be one end left in this.
Yeah, look, I wouldn't be surprised. Sharon has been, her first bowl has been pretty well amazing on these longer ends.
Yep. She's absolutely all over it. My eyes deceiving me, or does this rink seem like it's taking more grass the
Since
quicker
earlier,
it gets?
yeah, it's definitely getting wider out there. As I mentioned earlier, we timed it, but it was timed over a fairly long end, and it was 17 seconds. It was running 17 yesterday, so I wouldn't be surprised that if during this pennant trial this afternoon that we're hitting 18.
Oh, geez, yeah.
That's a good starter from Jan. She's going to need 4 of them this end. And still rely on her opponent to not get much closer. Turning in nicely.
Yep.
Well, I think Jan's got to get her next 3 inside that bowl and hope that Sharon doesn't improve much. Well, gets inside edge of her own and hangs around. Well,
Yep, exactly what she's done.
She's doing her job. She can't control this lady though. Well, the line's good and the weight looks good.
Ooh, she'd like that to run a couple more feet.
Yeah, I think it still might be 2 to Jan. Well, the indication from the marker is 1, maybe 2. And if it's 2, and she can put this one coming down now, put it in the same area as her others.
She'd be quick.
Yes.
It was unfortunate.
Well, if Sharon draws this, it's as good as game, but I don't think she's going to be here.
No.
I'm just going to see what Jan does here, whether she... All she's got to do is... Yeah, she's going to start on the same end, I think. All she's got to do is get inside her back ones. She doesn't have to get to the jack.
Yeah, she's really only beaten her own bowls.
Does that, she gets a 9-1. Well, she's waving it wider, and I don't think she's got the weight by the look of her attitude there too. Well, the possibility of a 9-1 is going down to a 7-3, I believe. So Sharon Farrell, if she gets shot this end, then she's won the game. If she gets 2nd and 4th, she's won the game. So very important bowl required first up from Jan Anlezark.
Big
She's
start.
done that.
Big start.
Well, I'd say the jack won't get back onto the washer. So you can sort of see it's a bit of a balancing act. So Una's trying to get it as close as she can to the centre of the washer. Couldn't do it from the front because it kept rolling off the edge of the washer. Well, Jan couldn't have asked for a better start.
No.
She's only defending 4 shots, and in that time she's got to get 16. But there is an opening. Both of these ladies are state age representatives. Sharon in the over 40s. Jan in the over 60s. Well, it's about a metre behind.
Sharon's got to put something in close.
Yeah, well, she's really playing with a lot of freedom. I mean, that bowl there almost does it. That second shot, she's 1 point away from the win. Jan has to count. And she probably has to be inside Sharon's last bowl. Is it going to turn in enough to beat that bowl? I'm not sure. Well, Sharon just runs into her own bowl, beats her own bowl, and she'll be holding game. And that's the case.
She's done both.
She's holding game. Jan has her last bowl coming up, and then Sharon will have a right to reply. This has to be second shot. And I think it will be. Is it going to stop enough? Yes.
Yep.
But Sharon has last bowl here. She's going to have last say. She's just checking what's going on here. Looks like an 8-2 to me. It's difficult to interpret what Una has said there. She's put 4 fingers up, which I assume is the 4 points for Jan, but not sure what she said along with that.
How's this travelling?
Well, it's going to be inside Jan's. Is it going to stop? Well,
it's good enough to count somewhere, I think, because that's going back on the... Oh, dear.
Well, it could be a 7-3, could be an 8-2.
It could be anything.
Yeah, if they're measuring this one here, well, they're measuring the front one as well. And I would think that if Sharon wins this measure, it would be game over.
Oh, it's definitely in.
So that would give her 3. Sorry, she's just looking for her closest bowl, sorry. No, so that's 7. Two, I think. I have to wait for confirmation, but I think that might have been an 8-2, which means that Jan is within 8 shots of going out.
Yep. Pretty safe to say this will be the last end.
Yeah, it was 8-2. Yes, definitely the last end.
Also shows that Jan doesn't give up.
Absolutely. Oh, she's dogged like that in everything, every game. Social bowls even. Now, do I have to go and look at the rules to see what happens if it's 150 each? Is it the one who got the last shot?
Oh, don't do that to us, ladies. That wasn't anything that was contemplated before we started, was
I
it?
don't know if it's an extra end or not. I can't see anything. Well, if it's looking like that, we'll I'm going to end the commentary and run away and
Go and
find
find somebody more knowledgeable than we are.
Well, it's a possibility if Jan can slow down a touch. Normal game of singles, that would be brilliant.
Yep. Well, Sharon's got to score 3 or more.
Yes. If she only scores 2 or 1, it's going to be a draw or... Well, that's going to make it hard now.
Yep, there's shot.
Sharon only needs second shot to win this game. Jan's got a good bowl there. She needs
Certainly
first
has.
and second. She needs first and second, and then one more counter. So Sharon's sitting fairly pretty here.
Tell you what, this isn't a bad bowl if she's got the right weight. And she has. Oh, what a beauty. What an absolute cracker.
Brilliant bowling. Well, I don't see any other option for Jan apart from trying to take those 2 bowls out.
Yeah, she got to come through with a bit of weight. Land on the first.
If Sharon gets third shot, at best it's an extra end. But if Sharon remains shot or second shot, definite win.
She's just exactly realised that. That's got to happen.
Good luck. Well, it's her last bowl. She has to get rid of at least those 2 bowls. And depending on the measure, with Sharon's other bowl, it may not even be enough.
That last bowl of Sharon's was an absolute corker.
Yeah, no matter what Jan does here, Sharon has right of reply with the last bowl.
Oh, she's missed it. All over.
Well, what an amazing game.
Very good.
Sharon Farrell went out to some really decent leads, at least 16 at one stage. Jan came back on 4 occasions from double figures, got within 2 on several occasions, but Sharon Farrell had the answers every single time.
Yep.
Well, that's a cracking game to finish off our last live-streamed championship of the 25-26 season. We do have our last championship tomorrow in the graded pairs. They're all 8 games, so I don't think we'll be live-streaming the finals. We'll see how things go. But thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we'll get some more live bowls to you guys soon. Steve Mercer, thank you very much, mate.
Thanks very much, Gav. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure.
Must do this again someday.
Yep.